Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. I will admit this episode is gonna kind of go everywhere because, especially now that we are in August, more than half of the year has passed. And when it comes to politics, dating nightmares, two of the top things that I have been talking about kind of since I started the channel, but especially over the last 6 months, it's been really interesting. And last year, for at least majority of 2024, I was talking about politics and racism and warnings, and also when it comes to women, independence, and the importance of financial and just emotional and beauty standards, and why we need to find ourselves within those communities. I take my episodes normally are 20 minutes to up to a half hour, so you might want a snack or something to sip on or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, grab a seat, come chill, whatever. And I will be doing lives, I think, pretty soon. Especially, I'm so excited. I am almost done with creating some of the projects that I'm going to be putting on Etsy and on my website. As you can tell, one reason why I have not finished well, I still don't think I told the full story of the beginnings of my novels. I have my poetry on here and I need to add more. I think I only had added one or two poems this year, but I have about 30 to 40 started in a document. Whoops, but okay, yeah, I'm going to tell the whole story about all of my business ventures soon. And I keep saying that just like I say I'm going to get back into Reddit stories. I have over 100 screenshots of different Reddit stories in my phone. And I have over 500 screenshots of dating nightmares. Yeah, see, I'm doing, well, I don't want to say I'm doing too much because, okay, one reason why I started this was years ago when YouTube first started, before there was any financial gain. Or, yeah, I'm not getting any financial gain, as you can tell. But I've already said that story about how a person on Fiverr scammed me because I'm like, oh, while I write my novel, while I work on my other projects, it's like I gave them keywords, I gave them all the information because one of my masters is in advertising, marketing, and stuff like that. But anyways, they cheated me and just loaded my site with bots or whatever. But as you know, doctors for years told me that pain was in my head. I was a liar. I was making stuff up. I just wanted attention. And it wasn't until my 30s when I could no longer walk literally, and doctors were still blaming me for it. But then they're like, oh, we think something might actually be wrong. And then they diagnosed me. And not only do I have a disability, but I was born with the disability. And I've already told you guys, look up the gray sheep. I'm gonna do another gray sheep episode too. See, I'm doing like see, I almost say I'm doing too much, but I'm doing everything I was not allowed to do. Back when YouTube was first created, I wanted to do one about poetry and writing and reading, and I was forbidden. I was threatened that I was gonna get kicked out of the house and or physically, reprimanded, stuff like that. Yeah. And it was so, like, even to the point where I had family members watching out for me on YouTube. If they found me on YouTube, they were gonna get ready to call my mother. And that was on like all social medias, Facebook, everything. So I was so scared. And so now I'm just like, you know what? There's a reason why everyone was trying to keep me quiet. There's a reason, like, especially with the disability. It's like some people were scared that the truth was going to come out about all of the things that happened to me because of the mistreatment from the doctors and family and everything. They did not want, and to the point where even in college and all throughout my life, everyone said I was a liar. Even in college, like people on my Facebook, yeah, they think I'm a liar. and I don't talk to them. It's like I leave them alone. I don't talk to them because I'm like, why am I going to tribe with people who think I'm a liar? It's like some of them, you don't show your pictures, you don't share your information, you don't share anything. Why am I going to waste my time with people who think I'm a liar? Why? It's like, and also, if you don't talk to me, why am I going to waste my time and talk to you? There's still a young lady named Samantha. Yeah, I spelled the names. I don't care. It's like her and I in college. I thought we were so close, and then she got this position called OGL or whatever. And some of the people who worked there knew my perfect sister, and they were just like, "Oh, that girl, she's nothing but a liar. Don't listen to her. Oh, she's making it up. She's like nothing happened to her. She's lying. Blah blah blah. Look at her sister. She's so perfect. She's amazing." So yeah, then she ignored me. She wanted nothing to do with me and everything. Part of me, I'm kind of thankful in a way. Not thankful in a good way, but I learned that all of the hate and all of the just disgusting treatment, that's what's driving me. That is like, even though I have failed with this channel, I kind of think of it as my personal diary that anyone can read. I don't care if you listen to it because I tell my truth. I tell what's happening. And especially when it comes to politics, when it comes to racism, ableism, sexism, I've been through it all. My motto or my intro, my view of humanity is a whole new tea. A lot of people, they don't see what I see when I go out in public and people tell me, "Why are you outside? Oh, well, you don't look like you have a disability. You're so pretty." Or from the dating aspect, "Why would I want to date you? Do you walk like a cripple?" Or you're an R word because if you can't even walk right, you can't be that smart. Your teachers must have just felt bad for you. That's the only reason you got education. And well, okay, I'm going to be getting to the main course of everything, but part of me just felt like, and I'm going to be repeating a lot of this stuff over and over because I feel like there are other people out there like me who, you have goals, you have dreams, but either your family, either because like part of the reason, not only did they want to hide secrets, but also religious. They, oh well, if you talk about this might be against the church, and what about if the church finds out, and all of this other, oh, frustration and everything. And that's one reason why now I talk about whatever I want to, and I talk about the brainwashing that from my church, and why I'm still a Christian, but I'm more spiritual Christian now, because like a lot of the ways that they try to read the Bible now, and a lot of the ways that America is trying to whitewash and hold the Bible in a way that's so racist, toxic, terrible, and dehumanizing. But then they say it's love. They dehumanize out of love. And then those who are judging are, a lot of them, a lot of the Republican MAGAs, they're doing the same exact things that they're outlawing or putting down or telling other people that they better not do. They're trying to ban books that have the same type of things that are in the Bible. Yeah, yeah, the irony, right? Why do MAGA conservative men keep swiping right on me on different dating apps? Today it was Hinge, and over the last couple days it's Bumble. Like sometimes on Bumble, I swipe left. You just missed a match. The crap I did not. No, I didn't. Bumble, sweetie. No, no. You could have told me that with someone that I might have been slightly interested in. But no, if it's a conservative MAGA Trump supporting, no, honey, no, no. That would have never, ever happened. The guy today was at least a gentleman, because it's like, and but I keep having, especially conservative white and black men. And it's like, because, and it's okay. This is where I really need to spill the tea, because a lot of the conservative men are black men too. It's like if they're white, Hispanic, black, I don't care what race. If you are conservative, if you are Republican, if you are MAGA, if you are orange supporting, yeah, it's not gonna, like, we can chat maybe, but it's probably going to be short conversations, because at some point when you try to mention, I love what ISIS, don't shut up. Mm-mm. Oh my gosh, it's like the orange guy is gonna build a ballroom and it's gonna be so magical and beautiful. Shut up. Oh my gosh, and he started a new country club in Scotland. Isn't that so? Shut up. Yeah, so it's probably gonna be very, very extremely short conversations, because it's, yeah, no, 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 yeah. But because, and I'm saying this because, do you know, especially around when I was still streaming once in a while, because during COVID I got really bored and I'm an extrovert, and especially it was a really depressing time. I just broke up with Mr. No Heart, and so I was newly single. And like I said earlier, most of the people that, like, from college and high school and even family members, they still thought I was a liar. They still thought I was making it up or whatever. Family members found out, like, oh, she had surgery. Oh, well, she was so determined to be lazy that long, she needed like, was she that desperate for attention? Yeah, one cousin actually said this on Facebook, and then I blocked her. But then she turned around, made another account, and tried to say, that wasn't polite of you. I'm your family member. It's like, you're supposed to respect me. The block that one too. And then she tried to have her child write me too. The blocked her too. hmm Yeah. I don't care if we used to get along. Yeah. Oh, and the blood may be thicker than water, but that doesn't mean I have to care and love and have empathy for. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I don't. That's nah. Anyway. But I don't know, it's just kind of funny because, do you know how many, especially the pale males, the white Republicans, the European descent Republican men, would tell me that I am racist because I will not date them because they are conservative, because they are MAGA, because they voted for the orange guy. Then they turn around and tell me they're like, see, I'm not the racist one, you are. You're not even going to date me because of who I voted for? What the actual? And so then, to be really petty, I would, with some of the apps, I would either type what the definition of racist or racism is, or screenshot it and send the picture, because I'm like, okay, you're that poorly educated that you don't know the definition of racism, and you have the nerve to try to say that I'm racist because of who you voted for. Who you voted for isn't determined by race. And more proof of that from this last election, because there was a rise of, well, for one, because the red pill and alpha male, and a lot of men want dominance over women, and they feel like with the guy that is in the White House right now, that would be able to give them more power so that they won't be as incels, and that they don't have to try anymore with being quality men, because they see, like, because yeah, the orange guy, the only quality he has is in the bank. Humanity wise, heartless, like, this is all in my opinion, heartless, selfish, conniving, lying, just despicable, awful, terrible human being. And the men love that about him. And they just did a study about how a lot of the Republicans or MAGAs, they are enjoying the bullying. That's why they voted for him. They love how he bullies. They're like, yeah, I don't agree with what he says, but it's so much fun. But yeah, I would never want to date someone like that. I would never want to date someone like that. But then these same guys are having the nerve to try to say I'm racist, even though anybody of any race, gender, creed, or of any part of humanity can vote for him can vote Republican. Yeah, it does not matter. And but then when I try to tell these guys, and even when I show them the definition of that, they're like, well, it's going to be updated because you are racist. You just won't admit it. And he was like, how are you going to pass on me? He's like, and then they're, oh my gosh, do you know how many of these conservative guys, they try to show how much muscles they have in their profile, or they say how many inches they are, but then they have nothing else. They have absolutely nothing else to show for themselves other than muscle. And or they might have a nice career. And so then they have their fancy car or house to show. But I'm not materialistic. But my and I will admit my dating standards may look materialistic. I do want a guy that has some investments, because to me that shows he's responsible with money. I don't want his money. I just want to make sure he doesn't want to use me for my money like Mr. Nohart and Mr. Lockakey and quite a few other men. Because Mr. Nohart, yeah, almost every, like, if you guys listen to those episodes, I have over 330 episodes now. I talk about him all the time and how much he used me. Hmm. And right now, he's probably using my waffle maker, even though I didn't buy it for him. He knew that with my walking, it was getting worse. And so it's like I already had my work bag and my purse and my like ideas bag, because I had like one with my laptop and notebooks and everything, so that I like, 'cause I wanted to work on my business ideas. And oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, one of the candle scents that I've created, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm so excited. Like, I cannot wait. And like I said, I'm working on way too many things at once. And see, I said it again, but these are my passions. This is what I really, really want to do. And I have so many ideas, and I've had these ideas for 15 years and growing. And so that's why I have so many things I want to work on right now, that a lot of things are getting started, but nothing's getting done. And but then at the same time, the things that I've started and progressing, they're so cool and amazing, and I'm so excited. And but then it's, yeah, I'm probably gonna get way off topic, but I can always do a part two, or I can save this for another episode. Either way. But I will say one thing. Don't you ever accuse people with disabilities of being lazy. You do not know how many jobs some of us have applied for. And when I walk into a room, they stare at me or say some of the most ableist, awful, terrible, like dehumanizing things. And I say dehumanizing a lot because as a woman, a black person, and a person with a disability, I have been dehumanized all the time for one, two, or all three of the items, especially with the walking. Oh, if you work for us, your walking's going to be a distraction. Oh, well, how are you able to get all of these degrees? And or where are you really from? Okay, now where are your family? Where's your parents really from? How did you learn how to talk like that? Oh, so you don't have any children yet? Do you have that planned? Like, okay, so you're not married. Okay, so do you plan to? Yeah, I don't know. It's just some of the most illegal, because that, yeah, it's like, because some of these people forget, if I have a master's or MBA, that means I had to take HR classes throughout my education. So that means I learned a lot, and I paid attention quite well to what's illegal and what's not illegal with HR. And so with a lot of these companies, they should be fined. Yeah, they should be sued. But anyway. So yeah, but anyways, I am so excited. It was like, I mean, well, actually, there are about maybe four candle scents that I'm excited about, but there's one specifically that I've been toying around with this weekend. Like, I had the idea a couple years ago, but then I'm just like, but I'm not sure. But then a name for it dawned on me, And so then I started playing around with the idea of it. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, this will be so much fun. And the smell is, yeah. And it's like it's politically themed because I want some for my novels and I want some that are politically themed and some maybe based off my poetry and things like that too. But the main ones are going to be novels and political. So, but anyways, back to the main subject. I know, I'm messy, but my YouTube channel is as messy as my life. That's horrifying, right? Anyway, with a lot of these men, they want power over women. They don't want us to be able to strive or work on our goals. My ex-boyfriend, Mr. No Heart, he threw away my. I've told the story, so look up the full version. But he threw away some of my poetry, some of my writing. And then when I first wrote the novel, he refused to read it. He told me to my face, I'll only read it if you actually publish it. And I think that's one reason why it's taking me forever because I'm trying to make sure it is going to piss him off. I want to make sure that, like, the novel, and I also want to make sure it has all, because I know I have a, as like I'm nowhere near perfect or whatever. I'm not saying I'm gonna be the next Maya Angelou or Stephen King or anything like that. It's urban fantasy mystery, but I love the foreshadowing, symbolism, metaphor, simile. Like I love all of that. So I'm making sure I put like some of the poetic parts in it, but also the disability representation, the people of color and black representation, and the culture diversity, or oh my gosh, what a lot of MAGAs are gonna hate. DEI. Yes, LGBTQ. What? But anyway. Sometimes I just wonder. It's like, why? I mean, I know why men hate me, and that's one reason why, again, I created my dating standards based off of all of the things men hate about me. Because men want my money, but they hate that I have money. And the thing is, like, that's the invested money because I had to start over again. Because if you've been listening to my channel, I had to spend almost every penny that I had in order to get diagnosed. And then for contraptions and things to help me be able to live my life. And I like, it takes so much time researching so that I can find nonprofits that help me with things that in order so I can get back into, because like starting this business, it's like I try to save pennies here and there, and then I look online, try to find where I can get things on sale so that, like, because the testers are going to be a little bit different than the actual products, because I try to find the cheaper versions of items to experiment. And so then I'm like, okay, well, I like this combination, so now I can go and get the real stuff, and then I'll make the real recipe so that then I can, yeah, and I know it's going to be a little bit different. So yeah, there's going to be more, toying around in my own secret lab of candle scents and everything, but blah, blah, blah. Anyway, but yeah, work on your, if you have a dream or whatever. Yes, I know it's probably going to cost money, but it's like if there's a cheaper way to start off, or if there's just a way where you can figure out, yeah, do what you got to do. Don't let these men stop you. Because remember, Tomas broke up with me because I was publishing children's books. He asked me to be his girlfriend on our first date. And then it's like sometimes I feel like I was dumb, but it's the smartest thing I could have done because I showed him my second or third children's book. And I was so excited because it was this second one to one of the series that I'm working on. And a couple days later, he just ghosted me a couple days later, only to find out, like, he told me, like, yeah, because I caught him, watched that episode. He was like, well, for one, yeah, you write your children's books, and what kind of man am I? Because he was in prison and whatever. Then I found out he's still doing the stuff that he got in prison for. So I'm like, yeah, so you don't tell me that on our date, Or you don't tell me that before we go on a date. You don't tell me that while we're on the phone for 2 months, because it's near the end of COVID, talking for hours and hours each, like in one week, I think, because we would talk until the sun came up. And I'm talking like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night until the sun came up. There were times where I think we would pass 30 hours on the phone in a week. 30, 40, yeah, something like that in a week. So it's like all that time you couldn't figure out how to tell me, boy, bye. And then when it came to investing, my ex, Mr. Like, yeah, I tell so much on Mr. No Heart. He would mock me and tease me for investing and tell me that I'm wasting my time. The same man who had a terrible credit score, hopefully it's better. My ex grew up with highly conservative, borderline MAGA, or actually, I think they're MAGA, but they'll probably, oh my gosh. I remember when even his mom was on Facebook and she would say some of the most racist things. And so then when I would respond and put her straight, oh, yeah. Like I said in one of the previous, my ex grew up with highly conservative, borderline MAGA, or actually, I think they're MAGA, but they'll probably, oh my gosh. I remember when even his mom was on Facebook and she would say some of the most racist things. And so then when I would respond and put her straight, oh, yeah. Like I said in one of the previous, my ex grew up with highly conservative, borderline MAGA, or actually, I think they're MAGA, but they'll probably, oh my gosh. I remember when even his mom was on Facebook and she would say some of the most racist things. And so then when I would respond and put her straight, oh, yeah. Like I said in one of the previous, my ex grew up with highly conservative, borderline MAGA, or actually, I think they're MAGA, but they'll probably, oh my gosh. I remember when even his mom was on Facebook and she would say some of the most racist things. And so then when I would respond and put her straight, oh, yeah. Like I said in one of the previous, my ex grew up with highly conservative, borderline MAGA, or actually, I think they're MAGA, but they'll probably, oh my gosh. I remember when even his mom was on Facebook and she would say some of the most racist things. And so then when I would respond and put her straight, oh, yeah. Like I said in one of the previous, my ex grew up with episodes recently. He told me that I was not allowed to talk about politics with his family. And it's like he showed me my worth. He kept showing me what he thought my worth was. While growing up, everyone kept telling me what they thought my worth was, or what they thought I was going to be capable and able to do. And then politically, people keep trying to show me what my worth is. They keep saying women shouldn't be able to do this or that, and black women, it was like, or people with disabilities work on the farm, and or you have to prove yourselves, and or you just need to stay at home. And everyone keeps trying to tell me what my worth is. But then when I try to go out and do the things I want to, they blame it on DEI whenever I accomplish something. But they blame it on DEI even though I work, like throughout the episodes I've told you how like while working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs at a time, studying in my car for my master's, and like just trying my best to try to save for a house, pay student loans, and all of the other things. But they were trying to tell me what my worth is. They were trying to judge me based off of my race, my gender, my ability, when they don't know my capabilities. Anyway, they were trying to judge me based off of my race, my gender, my ability, when they don't know my capabilities. Anyway, they were trying. This is the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.